सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्कृता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः शांति 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 हरि ओम जय जय अम्बे भवानी मां 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 अम्बे भवानी मां अम्बे भवानी मां जय जय 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 अम्बे भवानी
来唱一下汉语。
जय माता ओम महाविद्या महामाया महाविद्यमस्मृति मामया च भगवती महादेवी माश्री पहाड़वाली लो पहाड़वाली माँ शेरोवाली दया करो हम पर पहाड़वाली माँ शेरोवाली दया करो हम
everyone. Tonight, the fourth night of Navratri celebration, so I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all happy Navratri. It is indeed an absolute honor and privilege tonight to introduce to you a very distinguished yet humble personality in our midst, someone whose talents and vibrancy have transcended across the diaspora. A very humble and intelligent person. He is no other than Pandit Narendra, who hails from Trinidad. During this extremely auspicious period of Navratri, we are absolutely blessed and fortunate to have his presence in Mandir, accompanied by his extremely talented musicians. I'm positive that the messages transcended tonight will be electrifying and informative. Panditji, we are super excited to have your presence here tonight in Mandir, along with your super talented musicians. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a round of applause. Additionally, the sponsors for tonight's satsang is by G. Kevin, who is the president of this Mandir, Auntie Colin, and Deborah. Also, I'd like to acknowledge that tonight is our president's birthday, Mr. Kevin, a very hardworking young man. So, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy Pandit's presentation tonight. Thank you.
प्रेम सुषमापति महादेव की जय, प्रेम बाबा के हरिलाल की जय, आज शक्ति दुर्गा भवानी माता की जय. As we're about to begin this beautiful night, without further ado, let us all stand. As we're about to begin our night with beautiful arati to the Devi, the divine goddess. As we begin this night with prayer and devotion. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatya Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Nishadina Tumako Jaya. Om Namah Shivaji. Nishadina Tumako Jaya. As we begin this beautiful night, my dear friends, we take this wonderful opportunity on behalf of the members of this wonderful mandir to specially welcome each and everyone. On behalf of once more the president of the mandir as well, who celebrates his wonderful birthday today. Special blessings to you. To each and everyone who've come from far and near to join with us. Once more, we specially welcome all. We say Swagatam, Namaskar. To the members of the Celestial Gandharvas, a special welcome to all of them. To all who are tuned in tonight via Facebook, and wherever we are in this world, taking a moment to receive darshan of Devi Mata, Swagatam, Namaskar, and a Jai Sitaram to all. At this time, without further ado, let me invite each and everyone to sit upright. Let us close our eyes so that we can join in our invocation prayer and our beautiful mantras, where we praise the divine goddess, Sri Adi Shakti. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Saraswati Rupena Sanstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namah Namastasya 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 Omkar Bindu Sainyoktam Nityam Jayanti Yoginah Kamadam Moksharam Chareva Omkaraya Namo Namah Vignahara Gananatha Ji Kirpa guys. Today it's a wonderful day where we glorify and we praise Bhagwan Shankar. And in this most holiest of time in our Navratri period, where we've taken this beautiful moment to sacrifice, to join in prayer, to join in devotion and pay pranams to our Lord. We're about to begin this wonderful night as we praise Mahadev. But when we worship Lord Shiva, his 11 avatar, 11 Rudra avatar, we praise Mahadev Swami, Shri Hanumanji. All together. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Rajam Nijamana Mukura Subha Varna Raghuvara Vimala Jasu Jodaya Kuparaja Bhute Ratam Janike Sunira Pavana Kumar Balabuddhi Vidya Devuni Everybody, Pawan Sura Hanuman ki, Bajrang Bali ki, Pawan Sura Mahadev Swami ki jai. Om Shri Hanuman. राम लखन सीता सहिता हृदय बसहु सुरहु पवन सुत हनुमान की बजरंगबली की। क्या बात, so beautiful tonight. Tonight, my dear friends, we're about to join in the golden pages of Devi Bhagavatam. In our Devi Bhagavatam, there are many kahanis, many little stories, there are many pastimes and many truths of our Lord. There are many manifestations of Devi Mata. It is that a child depends on the blessings of a mother. And the mother, she takes different roles in our lives to ensure that we are always happy. Have you ever seen your mother in the different roles that she takes? When a mother has a baby, there's a baby right here. When a mother has a baby, how do you talk to the baby, mommy? Do you say, listen to me, child? Let me tell you about this. This is what you have to do. Do you talk to them like that? Or when you see them playing, you say, Cuckoo, Gucci, how you call them, Lulu. You speak their language trying to relate to them. You start looking at them and you start squeezing them and pinching them because you want to relate to them. If you talk properly, they're not going to understand anything. So you play with them with that manner. That's all. It is that the mother knows when to be childlike, childish at the same time. The mother knows when the child is growing up and the child reaches the age now where that child is going to school or becoming a teenager. And that child needs somebody for guidance or a best friend. The mother knows how to not be now that motherhood nature, but the mother knows how to become the best friend. So you can come home and laugh with mommy and say, you know what, I feel to tell you what happened today, and not be shy to do so. And then when you become a big woman in society or a big man in society, mother can adjust now and she can give you an advice. Listen son, if you're going to do this in life, this is what you should do. And throughout your life, she changes her roles. In the same way, Adi Shakti does the same for us. She changes her roles, her forms, her personalities, so that we can love her nature and we can definitely work with her in life's situations. Tonight, in our beautiful scripture, we're about to speak of the Divine Mother's blessing. And while we're about to speak of her blessing, it is said that Devi, she sits in the universe above in the skies and she looks down in the earth. And she sees so many people having troubled times. Many people are having their good times. Some are sad, some are happy. The world is filled with pairs of opposites. You will never see everybody just being happy and all the time. The world is filled with what we call raga dvesh, pairs of opposites. One day you will laugh your belly full. And the next day you will sit down. How they say, you must never laugh too much because after laughter it's, yes, crying. One day, that is how the world works. After something good, something bad will come. It is called pairs of opposites. With good, there will be bad. With laughter, there will be tears. It is said, with happiness, there will be sorrow. Without sweetness or without sour, you cannot know what is something that is sweet. You must know sour and sweet, bitter and sweet. You will only experience and understand how to become happy and how when to become sad when you experience the things of the world. And today in our message, we speak of the divine goddess who is known as Savitri Mata, a divine personality that controls the entire universe. Do you know who is Savitri Devi? Have you ever heard who Savitri Mata? How many people know Savitri Mata by the name? Nobody? Well, let me explain tonight now. Which is the most powerful mantra to worship Lord Surya with? We know Om Bhaskaraya Vinmahi Divakaraya Dhimahi Tanno Surya Prachodaya. What is the most powerful mantra to Lord Surya? Anybody tell me? If you tell me, we make sure you get 2 pasta parcels tonight. You know what is the most powerful mantra to Lord Surya? It's very simple. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha. You say, but Pandit, how come this is Gayatri mantra? This is not for Surya. Not so? How could this mantra be for Lord Surya? And you know this is Gayatri mantra. But I will tell you now. Everybody. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tat Sat खत्म खत्म हो गया और सारा गजानन स्वामी की ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Let me tell you how this mantra is called out Surya now. There are different hemispheres in the universe. We are living on the earth. When you hear the Pandit chanting mantras, sometimes you hear him doing the Havan and he says Om Bhut Swaha. Have you ever heard that? Om Bhuva Swaha. Om Swaha Swaha. Om Maha Swaha. Om Jana Swaha. Om Tapaha Swaha. And you hear these mantras and you say, but what kind of mantra is this way? The universe has different levels. The levels of the universe that we live on, which is the earth, we can only, or the gods, or Lord Surya, or the sun can only shine in the universe in the hemispheres like this. These are the hemispheres. Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. But the sun cannot shine everywhere. The sun can only reach his rays and his energy, can only reach Bhu, Bhuva and Swaha. He can't reach further than that. So we are literally saying to the Lord who shines, Om Bhu Bhuva Swaha Tat Saviturvareniyam. To the Lord who shines in the three hemispheres, bless my eyes, my ears, my nostrils, my lips, my heart, my head, my entire body. Bhargo Devasya Dhimani Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Tat Saviturvarenyam. Now we spoke of Savitri Mata just now. Have anyone here tonight ever taken a telescope and looked at the sun? No? I know nowadays many young ones, many children, they like to look at the stars and they want to see everything. Well, there's an app. All the young ones who are into the phones, there's an app called Star Chart. I'm not advertising for anybody. I'm just telling you so you can look into it. There's an app called Star Chart. And if you download that app, you search for the sun. So the app is so real that if you're standing here right now and the sun is at the back there, and you take that phone and you look into Star Chart, you will see the stars everywhere. And if the sun is there, when you turn like this, you will see the sun on the phone. It shows everything exactly in the universe. When you see the sun, open it up on your phone. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Everybody have a phone, let me see. And you open it up. And when you look closely into the sun, you know what you will see? You will see flares of fire coming out of the sun. The sun is literally a big ball of fire shooting flares everywhere. But according to Devi Bhagavatam, if these flares are not contained by an orb, the flares could leave the sun and burn up the whole universe. That's how powerful the sun is. So there is an energy that contains the sun and the fire that emits from the sun. The energy that surrounds that fire and curbs it in is Shakti energy, which is Devi Mata. What is the name of that Shakti energy? Savitri Mata. So we say to the Lord, Om Bhur Swaha, to the Lord who shines in all these hemispheres, and to the Goddess, Tat Saviturvarenyam, who contains now the fire so that we don't burn up the world. Salutations to you. Gayatri Mantra. That is why it is one of the most powerful mantras. Because if we don't worship Savitri Mata, and she decides to break the arm, the whole world can be burned into ashes and into nothing. So tonight, our Katha is based on this goddess. And while we will join in the message, everybody we sing tonight, Umapati Mahadeva ki, Surya Narayan Swami ki. All together we sing. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimani Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Once more. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam going a little less there. Jagadamba Mata ki! Very nice. You all now sound recharged and ready for tonight, man. Remember, you must say Jai at the top of your voice, not Jai. Devi Mata will run. Tonight in our Katha, it is said, while Savitri Mata is worshipped in this orb that contains Lord Surya, on the earth now, there is a king and his wonderful wife. Devi Bhagavatam says, Raja Ashwapati. It is said he lives with his Dulahin and they have everything as a king and a queen. Everything that you can think about. But while they have everything, the one thing that they wish to have is a child. Their desire is to bring a child in the world that can live happy and comfortable, and at the same time, they can be a part of the kingdom, one day rule. But it is always the desire that is always mixed. For example, the king always at that point and the queen will always have their opinion. In a home, in a marriage, in a relationship, what gender of a child does a father always want? A what? Yeah, why? And what does the mother want? The mothers want the son or the daughter? You have this thing mixed up, man. But you know what they say? I'm not saying the book says. You know what they say? If the mother or the parents have a son and the son resembles the mother, what does it mean? Yeah, good luck. And if the son doesn't resemble the mother, Jai Bhagwan. And if the son or the daughter resembles her father, it's a good sign. And if she doesn't, well, Katha says the king wants a son and the queen wants a daughter. That is their wish. They want to have a child, but both of them, they want something different. In a time of need, where there's a crisis in your home, there's a problem in your life, you don't know how to solve it, you're trying and maybe you're frustrated and there are problems and there are situations and there are many issues in your path, what do you do? Who do you turn to? Who can you trust with your troubles? Who can you trust with your problems? Who can you trust with your life? Who can you trust that when they give you a sound advice, you can be uplifted? Who? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat. Now everybody say it like you know it now. You ready? You ready? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave. Shri Guru Maharaj ki Jai. The gurus and the preceptors, when you respect your pundits, when you respect the swamis and the sadhus and the gurus and the saints of today's world, when you show love and respect and you treat them nice, just to make the guru happy, your life becomes blessed. Not many people know or acknowledge how to treat their own pundits. Do you know that? When the guru walks in your home to perform a prayer, how are you supposed to welcome him? How? I went to do one puja one day. And when I stopped by the gate at the front, Father came out. He says, "Use the pandit, right?" I don't know, my wife called him pandit, so I don't know. Is you right? Jai Bhagwan. I say, you know what this means? Yeah, this is called Vyas Tila. I am the pandit. He says, well, I don't know, my Dulahin go mandir all the time, and any pandit she sees, she bring them home for puja, so I don't know which one come in this time. So I said, okay, I forgive you. And while I was in the car, I was coming out of the car, and I'm accustomed now, when I go to the homes of my godchildren and my devotees, they will wait for me. They will lift my little bag for me, my bag that will have my bell and my shank and my ghanta and stuff, and they will lift everything, and the man just said, well, okay, well, if you're the pandit, well, when you're ready, you come inside now. And he just walked away and yeah, this is true thing. And I walked in, and And when I walked in, I saw the baby set up. So I put down my bag and I looked at everything and I said, you know what, maybe they're still getting ready. Let me prepare everything. So I'm looking around, but I need a rota. I need one tari with rice. And I'm looking, hello? Anybody there? And everybody gone. How do you welcome your guru in your house? How do you treat your pandits? How do you treat the holy ones? It is said when the pandit steps into your home, when he reaches in front of your home, because of the life that he lives, because of the character that he keeps, because of the aura, the positive energy that he moves with, the moment he reaches in your home and he stands in front of your home or your gateway, open that gate, help him, lift his bag, welcome him, pranams Gurudev, put your hands together and put that salutation, Jai Shri Ram, Ram Ramji, and allow him to come. And before he steps foot into your home, you make him stand right there, you bring one bowl or one tari and loot and you wash his feet. That is how you respect your gurus and your pandits. You wash his feet, and when you finish, you dry his feet as well, and you allow him to step in. When he comes in, as a mark of respect, you start by asking, well, I don't know how long you've been driving for. I don't know if you walk for a long distance. Are you thirsty? Do you want something to eat before you start? Do you want something to drink before you start? And you welcome your guru comfortable. When that guru sits, and he begins his prayer, and he's comfortable, and his mind is at ease, and he feels good. When he's finished with his prayer, and he leaves with that good mind, he leaves a barakat, a blessing. He leaves a good aura and an energy in your home, that all of a sudden when he leaves, if you're waiting for a little interview, you get called and they say, hey, you ready for the interview now? If you're waiting for a promotion, somebody call you. If you're waiting to start something new in your life, something happened, you got the call, something is taking place. You know why? Because he left with a positive mind. He left with a good nature. He left that energy that he walks with. But if he enters, and he's treated in, I don't even know how to say it, love, he's sorry to call it. If he's treated in any indifferent way, and he leaves upset, you know what? They never even offered me water. They never even gave me something to eat. He didn't even help me with my bag. When you leave now with that mentality, the Guru takes the happiness and the home and he goes with it. Yes? So you must make sure the Gurus are welcome. You must make sure they are comfortable. When they sit there and they're about to begin their worship, by you allowing them to be comfortable and happy, you are preparing yourself for the comfort and the success that will come in your life. Today in our scripture, while this Raja, this king and his queen, they want help to bring a child in the world, they're about to go to their Guru. And when they've gone to the Guru advises them now, well listen, if you want to win success in the world and you want to bring a child, then he says, I will tell you what to do. He says for 14 days, I want you to chant the Gayatri Mantra every day continuously, as much as you can. And I want you to now take a mala to use to do this japa. To those who do your job, and you now count 108, what do you use? Sometimes you say, well, Panditji, I don't have a mala, so probably you take 108 little stone. Or you take something that you want to check. You can count. Some people, they say the mantra, they write a little stroke there, so they know how much. When you use a mala, according to the type of mala, the mala holds an energy by itself. So when you hold the mala, and you chant, Om Dum Durgaya Namaha, with the mala being kept with these fingers, you create an energy where that mantra would have been chanted once by your mouth, but it would have chanted as though, and the energy as though you would have chanted it 10 times. So by saying that mantra and holding it, it's as though you would have chanted the mantra 10 times. When you do Lord Shiva Jap, what mala do you use? Yes, Rudraksha. It's called a Shiva Mala, Rudraksha. When you do worship to Lord Vishnu, which mala do you use? Tulsi Mala. When you do Devi worship and you do japa with the Devi, what mala do you use? Which one? Neem. But scripture says today, if you want to worship Savitri Mata, then it says, look for the lotus flower, but the white one. We have plenty of that Guyana. You look for the white ones, and you take the seed from the white ones, and you make 108 mala of that. And if you can hold one by one the seeds of this white lotus flower, and you can chant Gayatri Mantra 108 times, it multiplies so much. It creates a blessing in your home. Today the Guru is advising the king, if you want to bring a child in the world, listen what you do. Take the white lotus flower, the seeds of that flower, and you make 108 in a rosary, in a mala, and chant Gayatri Mantra. And at the end of it, for 14 days while you will chant, every day worship the mother with specific ingredients. What are the ingredients to worship Devi Mata? I will tell you just now. The Guru is giving them the advice. And for the knowledge and the advice of the Guru, we can never pay him back for it. The least we could do is show him the respect. That is why we welcome him in a most beautiful manner. Beautiful bhajan says, Guru Hamare Mana Mandir Mein Guru Hamare Pyar Sare Vishwa Ka Wo Hai Data Narayana Bhagavan Om Guru Deva Jai because we need a guru to teach us. We need a guru to guide us. We need a preceptor. We need a godfather who will stand to tell us right from wrong, or to guide us when we're having a situation or a problem or a crisis in our life. We must have that one person who we can trust, and the guru will stand there to do that. Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Akanda Mandalakaram, Vyaptamena Characharam, Tatparam Darshitamena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanajana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki. It is said in our Katha, while the king and the queen, they will sit down to worship Devi Mata, the Guru tells them, worship Savitri Devi, and when you worship Savitri Mata, take the bead or that seed of the white lotus and chant the Gayatri Mantra for 14 days straight, and the mother will guide you. Devi worship is so powerful. If for 14 days from the beginning of Navrat, you can fast and do your prayer, do your devotion. There are different offerings. To those who want to take a note, you can take a note. Or you can record it. Or you can even go back on Facebook and YouTube and so on. It is said on the first day to those who can offer ghee. Take ghee in a little container and you offer ghee and you chant Gayatri Mantra. It is said to the person who offers ghee to the mother on the first day, she will ensure that you have good health. If you think about the concept, ghee nourishes the body as well. To the person on the second day who offers sugar, the sugar will grant one long life. To the person on the third day who can offer milk, it is said all your worries and your problems will gradually just disappear. It is said on the fourth day to the one who offers puri, that chapati, that little roti. To those who offer puri on the fourth day, whatever obstructions and blockages you are having in your life, it will be removed. If you've been trying for a long time to make or to start a business or to try something at home or to learn something and you find you've been blocked, then on the fourth day, which will be tonight, right? To those who can offer puri to the mother, you will remove these blockages. On the fifth day, to those who can offer bananas, it is said you will gain wisdom. Devi Bhagavatam says that on the sixth day, to those who can offer honey, these are nice ones. To those who will offer honey on the sixth day, you will always have beauty just like me. But that part I need, you know. To those on the seventh day who can offer jaggery. You all know what is jaggery? To those who can't do the jaggery, jaggery is like sugar. Like they just boil down the cane juice and just allow it to be. To those who can offer jaggery, or if not, you can offer laddu to Devi Mata. It is said she will remove whatever grief you are overbearing in your life. Maybe, some devotees, you have lost a loved one. Maybe you have lost a mother, or a father, or a child, or somebody close to you, and you can't get it over with. That grief, that pain, you pray to her, and you offer jaggery or laddu, and she will remove it. It is said to the one, and mind you, while you are offering these offerings, it is also said, when you offer it to those who can also give it, who can donate it as well. So who can donate on the first day the ghee and the sugar, and who can donate to holy places, that is also the blessing that will come. On the 8th day, to those who can offer coconuts. It is said to the one who offers coconuts on the 8th day, whatever worries you have, it will end. How many people worry? All the mothers. That's all? A majority of the mothers worry. And sometimes for nothing. Mama, you don't worry? Mama said no, but let me show you how she made that no. That alone shows worries, Mama. To those who can give coconuts, all your worries will end. It is said to those who can give rice, happiness will come in your path. To those who can give black till, offering to the mother, or even as a gift in this time, it is said the black till will ensure that your life always steps up and nobody pulls you down. To those who know of the black till, in Pitri Paksh, people use black till for Pitri and ancestors and so on. But where did the black till come from? Where did it come from? Where did it originate from? You all know? One day Lord Vishnu sat down to meditate. Who does Lord Vishnu meditate on? Lord Shiva. Who does Lord Shiva meditate on? Lord Vishnu. They get their strength from one another. And one day when Lord Vishnu sat down and he was meditating, out of the heat and the energy of devotion in his heart, it is that a light of devotion and bliss, a heat started to grow within his body. And he started to sweat. And from each pore on the ends, while the sweat will fall, it fell to the earth, and everywhere a drop of sweat fell on the earth, every spot that it fell, plants started to grow. And these plants started to bear pods, and from the pods, black tail came. So you know now the origin of it. Because it came from the body of Bhagavan Vishnu, it runs negativity. That's why we use it in Shraddha and when someone dies and Pitri Paksh, because it runs negative souls. You all know what's a zombie? Anybody here is a zombie? It runs negative souls and spirits, and as we say, bhoot and prait and negative souls. In the same way, Devi says, if you offer this to me, then I will remove all the negative souls and spirits from around you, and your life will start to grow. All that is holding you back. Any form of ancestors' curse and negativity will be then destroyed by the mother. It is said on the 11th day to those who can give the offering of butter, or as we say, dahi, or curds. To those who can give this, the mother's grace will guide you in your mind and in your dreams, that whatever you want to know in your life, she will come and give you the answer. I'm sure many people go to sleep and they say, but you know, I'm praying the mother, tell me do that, you know, I'm going to do that. She will guide you. It is said to those on the 12th day who wish to give the offering of fresh corn to the mother, Goddess Devi Mata will grace you with a special Devi's blessing. To all the devotees who, as we know, sometimes manifest and so on, she will start awakening that spark within you. It is said on the 13th day to those who can give black grains to the mother. To that person who wishes to have a child, you will be blessed with a son. And on the 14th day, most powerful, to the one who can offer kheer, sweet rice, the mother will bless you with abundance of affection, love, and grace of Devi Mata. So you can remember all of these. I know some devotees recording it. It will be on Facebook, it will be on YouTube. These are the offerings according to Devi Bhagavatam that have been prescribed. You can use it as an offering, and you can also give it as dhan to people, and you will get the same benefit. This Raja, he wants to have a child, and this is what he does. For 14 days, him and his Dulahin will make the offerings. And while they're making the offerings, Devi Savitri Mata becomes happy. She becomes contented. And while she's contented, our Katha says, she's about to bless them. On one beautiful day, on the 14th day, he's offering the kheer and the sweet rice. And while he's offering the sweet rice, the mother manifests as a form of Savitri Mata. And she says, today I will bless you with a child. You've been asking for a child? She raises her hand, and there from the energy, she says, part of my amsha, part of my energy, part of me will manifest and be your child. But I will bless you now with a daughter today. You will not have this son. The king looked and he says, Devi, you know what? I feel so lucky, it's fine. I will be lucky to have a child that is as blessed as you. And while they are about to be blessed with his beautiful daughter, they start holding their hands. Baby showers a blessing, and from her energy, a beautiful baby girl is about to take birth. The baby girl manifests in the hands of this king and his wonderful daughter. And while they now have this child, they will love this child so much. They will teach the child how to pray. And who will they teach the child to pray to? Who gave them the child? Savitri Mata. They will teach the child to pray to Savitri Mata. And at the same time, they decided, since you are a part of Goddess Savitri, today, daughter, we will name you Savitri. Om Narayani Om Narayani Om Om Narayani Om Narayani Om Jai Jagadambe Ma Durga Jai have received a beautiful daughter in their life, they start teaching that child how to live. They start teaching that child how to pray, how to worship Savitri Mata. And as a little child, now she's growing up to love the Divine Mother. Teach our children to love God like that. Teach our children how to embrace the divine personality of our Lord. And she's learning to love Savitri Mata. And every day that goes by, she prays. She prays to the goddess. But there comes a time in her life after being a child and a toddler, she now enters the stage of a youth. Becoming the age of a youth, she's becoming now mature in the world. And one day, her father speaks to his Dulahin and he says, Devi, I think it is time now that we find an appropriate person to marry our daughter. The age of marriage is about to come. She has been grown up with values and character. She is living a wonderful life, and today we must find the most suitable person for her. There are many people in today's world, many young ones. There are many youths. There are many elders who are in relationships. Or the young ones who are in marriage. And sometimes we question so many things. There are many youths who are in a relationship and they're wondering, I wonder if this is my partner. Who to ask? Devi Mata. Sit and pray in this time of Navratri and say, Devi, show me the way. Show me the answers. Teach me, Ma. Bless my relationship. Bless my marriage. Ensure that there's purity in the life that I live. Because when I pray to Adi Shakti, then nobody else can break that bond. Show me the reality. If you haven't or you don't have someone in your life as a young person, pray to Devi so that they will guide the right person. She will guide the correct person so you don't have to end up in problems. Pray to the Mother to lead your mind and your thoughts in the right way. Katha tells us that while this young girl is growing up, mother and father decides now that they want to perform a wedding ceremony, and they think now, the king says, well, there's a kingdom not too far from here. And that king, I know him really good, he has a good son. If she gets married there, she will have everything that she wants. He's a good boy. When you're looking at the factors of marriage, what do you look for? What do you look for? Young girls, when you're looking for somebody good to marry, what do you look for? Money. Really good. Even better money. What do you look for? Some of them come to me and they say, you know what? Me and whatever you look like, once you have this, you gonna look good. In marriages and relationships, you must have understanding, communication, compromising. That's what makes the marriage and makes the relationship also. And if you don't have it, Hari Narayan, then not too long after marriage, you might hear, Itna tu karna. You know what I mean? Maar gaya. Pray for the right person in your life. If you're in that marriage and you don't feel happy and comfortable, pray to the Mother. Bring light into this relationship, Ma. I'm married. Bring light into the arguments that take place. Bring light into the situations that are taking place. Maybe there's miscommunication. Maybe we can't communicate properly. Then pray, if you're already in that marriage, pray for the Mother to guide you and show you the best way. Today, the King and the Queen, they're thinking of a right person. And they're thinking now, let us marry her to the son of that king from not too far away. She will live happy and she will live comfortable. How many people long ago, with all the people who are here tonight, how many people had an arranged marriage? Anybody have arranged marriage? Very good. Very nice, Mom. 3. Anybody else have an arranged marriage? 4. Very good. You know what was the arranged marriage about? Mother and father will decide, you know what? You're not going to see who you like. We know who will be good for you because we see a good boy down the road and he has a good job and he's doing well, and we get to marry to him. On the day of the wedding ceremony, the Dulaha, the Dulahin will come in the middle of the mandap area and they will sit down. And part of the ceremony, the Pandit will now say, well, before we go further to tie the knot and so on, move the mauli. You know, the mauli, that thing that covers the face? Now the Pandit will say, we have to make sure Dulaha, move your mauli. Dulahin, move your mauli. Dulaha, you like that dulahin? And if he say, you ready not to go on? If the dulahin look at the dulaha that day and she look and she say, honey, she just have to put out that hand and say, well, it have to take place. Arranged marriages. But you know something that I heard from many older folks who had arranged marriages? They said that from that moment, maybe we didn't like him. I met many mothers who said, well, when I meet that man, I never like him. But you know what? They grew to love one another. They grew to understand. They became friends first. They started to learn about one another first. Maybe I see him always putting a shoe there, I don't like it, but you know what? I don't like him already, so it's okay. But gradually you groom to it and you realize, well, he always put it there, that was a problem, so continue putting it there. You never had any miscommunication there. They grew to love and to respect and to understand one another. Today, communication is hard to find. Today, all the young people see is love and lust, and that's it. And when that happens, marriage don't last. I tell you, I went to a wedding once. And Dulaha says, if I don't marry that girl, I kill myself. So parents say, hey, you better marry them fast. So Dulaha and Dulahin get married. Everybody said, well, you can't stop them. They got married, and the day that they got married, the next day they decided to go on a honeymoon. So they left and they went to a nice island for honeymoon. 2 days after, Dulaha booked his own flight one side and Dulahin booked her own flight and said, marriage done. This will not work. Because no communication, no compromise, no understanding. Life works on this. A marriage works on that. A relationship works for that. A business works for that. If the boss man cannot communicate with the workers, problem. If there cannot be understanding, problem. Everywhere in your life, there must be understanding, and communication is the key. Today, an arranged marriage is about to set. And when they walk up to the daughter now and they say, Savitri, we want to now perform a wedding ceremony. You remember that person down the road there, the son from the kingdom? We're going to get you married. So prepare yourself. And we're going to get you married. And she stopped and she said, marriage? Ma? Marriage? Father says, yes, you must get married. Not too far from now, you'll get married. She says, Ma, can I speak to you? And the mother says, come, tell me, what? Ma, you see, every day when I go to school and now I'm going to work and so on, I travel with this particular bus. And in the backseat of the bus, there's a nice young boy I look at every day. Ma, I want to marry him. And the mother starts to think now, well, how can this work? Child, we have to look at your future and your life, and we see somebody good for you. And she says, Mom, but I like him. He is the son of a king also, Mom. I want to tell you, his father, he ruled many kingdoms. But with age and with time, he became blind. He lives in the forest now. But his son is a good one. He's strong and he's powerful. And I see him every day in the backseat of the bus and I want to marry him. And now the mother doesn't know what to do. So she goes by the king and she says, Raja, listen. This child wants to marry somebody else. He says, what? She wants to marry somebody else. He says, not here. She will have to listen to me. And while the conversation is taking place, now from the sky, somebody sees a little situation happening. And he wants to come and intervene. Who's that? Who? Narado? Hosai? Pandit Narad Hosai was there. Narad Muni, Narayan. It is said Narad Muni, he saw what was happening and he knows that Savitri is a spark. He's about to descend. Everybody. Narayan Karunamay Sharan Jai Lakshmi Vipati Hamare Vipati Hamare Narayan. Narayan comes down and he sees Savitri and he says, Are Raja pranams, Maya pranams. What is happening here? Raja says it is time to marry my daughter. The mother says it is time, but we don't know. She sees somebody else and we don't know. He says, okay, come. Savitri, give me your hand. And he starts to read now. He starts to read the destiny. Do you all know that your destiny is written in your hands? Yeah? How many people believe the destiny is in your hands? Yeah? Where else? Where else is your destiny written? When a child is born, we have a grand celebration. You call it what? What do you call it? A few days after? So back home we call it Barahi. You know what Barahi? And Chatti? No? Back home we have something called Barahi and Chatti, which means on the 6th day of a child taking birth in the world, that is the day you get probably the midwife or you get somebody to come and rub the baby and so on. And then you do a Havan Puja. When you do the Havan Puja, on that night, some of the gods will come and start to write the destiny for the child. But you know where they will write it? They'll write it on the hands. They'll write it beneath the feet. You ever see anybody who read under your foot? Yeah. Destiny will be written on your hands, so somebody could see it, and will be written under your feet. And on the 12th day called Chatti, Bhagavan Shri Krishna and Bhagavatam had Barahi and Chatti. So you can look into it. It is said on that 12th day when the Chatti is about to take place, the baby is then rubbed again. The baby has little rituals that is performed. 12 days, baby is very delicate, right? You know what are some of the rituals performed? I know you might do it, but probably on different days. You'll probably put the child in a little basket, or a box, or maybe in a bowl. You'll never know that? And you put the child and you pull the child through the house. And while you're pulling the child through the house, somebody will take an expander and start to beat and so on. You know why? That is to make noise to awaken the senses of the child. Then the father takes the child, as delicate as the child is, and throws the child in the air for a second. Yeah. When the pundit goes that day and says, well, throw the child, the mother says, not my child, you better go throw yours. That day, they hold the child and the father throws the child in the air and catches back the child. Do you know why? From that day and that moment, the moment the child is thrown in the air, as a newborn, the child reaches mid-air and starts to grab, being scared for something to hold. But there's nothing to hold. And the child falls back into the hand of the father. And the moment the child falls back there, automatically, like a chain reaction, the mind starts to tick now. What starts to wake up in the mind of that child? The energy and the knowledge as to how to become independent in the world. Because that child in mid-air had nothing to hold on to. No one to depend on. Nothing to depend on. That child starts to think now in life, when I grow up and while I'm growing, I will learn to be independent and not dependent on anything and anybody. These are some of the rituals that are done. And on the 12th day as well, the destiny is written on the forehead of the child. In India, you go certain places, people read your hands, they do palmistry, people read your feet, people just look at you and they say, but hey, that guy just look at me and tell me something. He was reading your face as well. With the shape of your face, with the marks on your face. But if you put powder, he will hide up your marks. But they look at all the marks and they look at everything and the way your face is shaped, and they can read your face as well. You know what happened today? Narad Muni comes and he says, give me your hand, Savitri. And he looks and he says, oh, you're going through a dosha, an astrological dosha. It is not good. He says, Raja, what I see here is not good. Raja says, what are you seeing, Narada? Narad Muni says, I see that whoever she becomes married to, after 1 year, her husband will die. She says, I don't want to hear about it. I just want to marry that person from the boss. Narada says, if you marry him from the boss, he will die after 1 year. The king, even then he says, you know what, it's okay. Okay, no problem, we will pray. But she must marry that king, the son of the king from not too far. And that child now, Savitri, she's head-bent. And she says, you know what? I will not marry anybody else but that son who I see in the bus every single day. And coming now to the agreement, it is that the king says, well, you know what? It says he will last for 1 year. You sure you want to do this? She says, yes, I want to do it. So for 1 year, the king prepares everything. And she's about to become married. And while she's about to become married, it is that the son of that blind king, he comes there. And the wedding ceremony is about to take place. And while the wedding ceremony is about to take place, Katha tells us, it is said, Prabhu, from above in the skies, Lord Shiva, he sees the dedication, the persistence, and the love of this child. Even though she knew and she knows that the husband will live for long, she still had bent that she wants to become married. And because she's head bent, Katha tells us that the ceremony takes place, but every single day from the wedding day, she will pray to whom? Om Bhurvasva Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. She prays and she prays. And Narada leaves and he goes back to the skies. And he goes back with Shiva. And he says, Prabhu Shankar Bolinath, Hare Bam Bam Bola, Hare Hare Mahadev, Umapati Mahadeva ki, Umapati Mahadeva ki. If anybody next to you just now didn't say Jai, hit them one and say, wake up. Umapati Mahadeva ki. Very nice. And Lord Shiva, he says, look at the world and look and see what will happen. Shankaram, Shankaram, Panchitamaram. dear friends. It is said for 1 year, every single day, Savitri will pray. She got married to the son of the blind king, but because he was blind, he was cast away into the forest. So when she got married, where did she go to live? In the forest. She didn't get any palace. When she got married, she walked into the forest, and you know what she said? That son on that day, he says, I know I am the son of that king, but we live in the forest. I hope this is good enough for you. Where is the compromise in life? How many people had a hard life growing up? How many people lived so close? I remember growing up in my grandmother's home, and I have 11 uncles. Yeah. And 11 uncles live in that one house. When night would come, you would spread pal. You know his pal? Or like sponge? And you spread pal in the hall of the house, and everybody come and lie down to sleep. The only person get a room is my grandmother. And 11 uncles. And the day they started to get married one by one will make place. All of them was there. Until gradually they started to move one by one. How many of us have had our hard days and growing up where sacrifice was one of the most important things, and even still today, sacrifice. Sometimes I would remember standing up on it's a 2-story house, but you stand up downstairs, and when you look up on top, you could call out everybody because the board have so much hole already. Never forget where you come from. Where you come from is what will make you. Never forget where you started in the world. That is what makes you who you are, and your personality, and your characteristic, and who you are as a person. Remember your values and your morals and how you sacrifice and become better. Grow to become a better person. Not bigger in the world, but better as a person while you still remember the very beginnings of your life. That is what makes you unique. Today, she walks into the forest and she says, Dulaha, you should know now as my husband, wherever you go, I have to be there. So I will be there with you, and if it means that we live in the forest, well, so be it. We will live in the forest together and make it do. And they've gone to the forest now, and while they've gone, they started building a little kutia, like a little shed, and they will stay there. And every single day, Savitri will pray to the goddess, please protect my husband. I know it is written in the destiny that after 1 year he will die, but I'm praying with all the faith, keep him alive. Every day she will pray, and what will she chant? Om, 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 Swaha. I see you get a little hungry. Tonight, let me break up everybody in 2 groups. You see that red carpet here? We have group 1 this side, and we have group 2 this side. All in one, number 1 on this side. Now let's settle for 2. This is group 1 and this is group 2. Whoever chants the loudest will get to eat first tonight. Right? Is that you? Everybody on this side. A little help memory. Are you ready on this side? Want me to beat all your work? Chinese? Who won tonight?
Everyone.
Why did you pop Everybody all together now. We sing for God, and with your voice, your hours, the blessings that God has given to you, sing with your loudest voice and say, Devi Mata, bless me tonight. I came to get that blessing. And when I leave, allow that blessing to go with me. Yajna Swami ki! Oh, after you hear devotion like that completes our whole Yajna. I'll go eat one time. Yajna Swami ki! Beautiful tonight. Tonight, Bhaktas, while we're worshipping Devi, Savitri, a newlywed, for 1 year every single day she prays and she sings and she chants the name of God. She's chanting the Gayatri Mantra, and the day is about to come to the end. The 1 year period is about to come. Her husband will only live for 1 year, and the last day is about to come. And while this last day is about to reach, she sees her husband get up, and he says, Devi, I'm going to cut wood. She says, I want to come with you today, please. He says, okay, come. And she goes with him. And from morning, she's looking at him good. If he only wipes his sweat like this, she's ready to. You okay? You good? Yes, I'm good. And he will cut wood with his axe. And he will pull out trees and branches. And around lunchtime in the day, it is said after that moment, around lunchtime, he's cutting. And suddenly now, he calls out to her, he says, Devi, I'm not feeling too well. I start feeling weak now all of a sudden. She says, come, you're not feeling good, come, sit down. And she put his head on her lap. And she starts to play with his hair. And while she's playing with the hair, he says, I'm not feeling too well. She says, stretch out your foot and your hands. It's okay. I am here. Nothing will happen to you. And she starts to chant, Om Bhuvasvaha. And while she's chanting, it is said, in the midst of chanting, something is about to happen. He's destined to leave the world at the appropriate time. Every one of us have a time. Every one of us have a day and a time that we will go. And when it is your time, nobody can stop it. No matter how much money, what status, whatever you have, your house, your car, whatever you have, when that moment comes, you have to go. She's playing with him, and then suddenly she sees one person coming towards her. And he's slightly dark in color, but he looks like a prince. And he walks up to her, and she's just looking like this. And he walks up to her, and he just bends down, and while this man is lying down there, her husband, he simply lifts him from the body, and she's seeing the body there, but she's seeing him also lifting. And it is said that that moment the God of death came for him. He couldn't hide, he couldn't run. And the God of death lifted him in his arms like this. And he's walking away. And while he's walking away, she sees the body right there. And she's seeing God of death walking away. And she's seeing her husband there. And she says, no, this can't happen. I can't be widowed. She sees him walking away, and when she sees it, she puts down the body. And she gets up now. And she starts to follow him. And while she's following him, tears are starting to flow from her eyes. Is it for real? Is it true? He has died and he won't come back in the world? Koi na kare chaturai. When your time comes, nobody can stop it. Karam ka le kamite. ज़रा समझो इसकी सच्चाई दे करम का ले कभी करम का ले कभी And when she sees him walking away as a wife, as a dulhin, she says, today I will not let you take my loved one. I will not let you take my husband. And while she walks behind him, listen to her, my dear friend. laugh with the loved ones that you have. All the people in your life close to you, don't take them for granted. Because the day you see them in a box, you will cry and you will ask God and you will beg God, please, one more time, let me just speak to them. Don't wait for those moments, but appreciate it while you have it. Tonight, when that Dolahin saw her husband being taken away by the god of death, she says, no, I can't let this happen. She got up and she started to follow the god of death. And while she's walking behind him, suddenly now he turns around and he sees this Dolahin walking. He says, no, wait a minute. If she's seeing me, I am spiritual and I've taken the soul of her husband. Nobody should see me. He turns around and he says, where are you going? And she answers him too. I am following my duty in life, and my duty as a wife is to follow my husband. I am walking behind him too. If you're taking him, you have to take me too. He says, but how can you see me? You must be highly spiritual in order to see me. You must be blessed in order to see me. Who are you? And then he took a greater look at her. And when he saw her, he says, why don't you go back to your home? Why don't you go back and live the life that you want? And she's walking now and she says, I will not leave without my husband. How many Dolahin stand up with their husband like that? Some Dolahin, they stand up and they tell the husband, I will stand with you and walk no matter what. And some Dolahin say, I stay right here, you walk. You go if you want. She says, I will accompany my husband. You could be God of death. I'm coming with you. If it means Pata Lok, I'm coming there. And the God of death says, where I am going, we are spiritual. You cannot come. You have to shed the body, but you're not ready to die yet, so you can't come. She says, I'm telling you that I will come. Jai Ambema, I will come. And she's walking behind. And while she's walking behind and following him, he turns around and he says, you must be very spiritual in order now to recognize me and to know who I am. You know what? Because you could have recognized me, guess what? I will give you 3 gifts. 3 bones. 3 miracles in your life. Take it and just go. You cannot come with me. Take your 3 gifts and just leave. And she says, okay. He's so agitated with her that he just wants her to go. Now, say your wishes fast and come on, I have to go. This is the time I must take him. Tell me fast, what do you want? She says, okay, listen. First, my father, when I was born, he always wanted a son. Bless him to have a son. Secondly, he says, okay, good, that has to, bless you. Okay, what next? He's so hurried because he wants to go. Secondly, she says now, my husband's father, he's blind. Give him back his eyesight, please. Okay, good. I bless him eyesight. What next? I want to have 100 sons. Okay, good. Bless. Go. She says, but God of death, how can I have my 100 sons if you have my husband? You see how smart she was? And he turned around and he says, I now collected what you said, but I just bless you to have the 100 sons. Today, whoever you may be in that body, whoever spark that you have ignited and you've come in this body, you have outsmarted the God of death, nothing that nobody else would have done. And for that today, I will give you your husband back. It is said the God of death walked back towards the body and he placed the soul into the body. And when the soul reached into the body, like as though he was in a deep sleep, gradually the fingers started to move. Gradually the eyes started to open a little bit. And while the eyes were gradually open, it is said, Savitri, she looked at her husband with a smile. And while looking at him and looking at his face, he says, what happened? I remember cutting these trees. Did something happen? She says, no. from now onwards. From today, we will live happy, and we will live comfortable, and we will live a long life, and nobody will be able to stop that. All because of the blessings of Devi Mata. Jai Durga Mata! Aaj Shakti Durga Mata ki! Jai Devi Mata ki! And she chanted before him, Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Bhargo Devasya Dhimani Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Aaj Shakti Durga Bhavani Mata ki. With this, my friends, we end our beautiful message tonight. I know we went a little overboard with the time because we started late as well. My apologies. But tonight we will join in the messages of our Lord, Devi, Shakti Mata. And as we've come to the end, I think at this time we will join our final arati. As we're about to prepare ourselves for arati, let us all stand, everyone. So to those who have enjoyed our beautiful night and our message, just remember, to those who want to remember the offerings, the appropriate offerings that you can offer to Devi Mata for the 14 days, the appropriate offerings will once more be on our live, on Facebook Live, and also on YouTube Live tonight. So you can just go back to the recording and you can get all the information as to the offerings made to the Divine Mother. Some of the devotees with the life that was cut, the ninth offering that we were asking about is the rice that must be offered. Suno meri Devi, Paramatavasi, Tera Paramaya, Are Tera Paramaya. Bye. त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की माता महादेव की आदिशक्ति दुर्गा भवानी माता की सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय 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 सीताराम आसन लीजिए let's all take our seats as we've taken our seats and as we have come to the end of tonight's beautiful devotion we pray that the blessings of the devotees be with each and everyone and while the blessings of our Lord be with all remember to continue your prayer, your fast, your love for Devi Mata for the rest of the nights. I know some devotees were just asking where I will be. I'm not saying leave your mother, but to those who are willing to accompany me from tomorrow night for 3 nights, we will be at the Gangama Mandir in Good Success Road. So devotees can join us there, or who probably didn't show up at the Mandir, we will be live once more on our Facebook and YouTube. So Bhagwan's blessings to each and everyone. I'm sure meals have been prepared for each and everyone, so please do partake of your aarti, your prasad, and meals for all. And until we see once more, Jai Durga Mata.